Moore is not going to be the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines this upcoming season. Let's just jump into it and give a reaction. Okay, so allegedly, I'm not trying to have anything traced back to me, but there were some reports that were posted by ESPN that he has officially been fired from the university because there was allegedly some inappropriate relations that were going on within the staff, stealing paper from the printer, if you know what I mean.
Why don't I take you out to lunch? My treat.
This happened in the NBA a little bit ago too. So he stepped down, which, funny enough, if you've been watching my streams or tuned in, there was one comment, so shout out to that user who, after the Ohio State game, he made a comment and he was like, I think Michigan's going to fire their head coach. That's what they need to do. This is how they can improve. And I was like, whoa, pump the brakes. He's not going to get fired. And then he ends up, so it's like, okay, dude, go buy a lottery ticket, Oh my, I just skipped out. Hold on. Sorry, people. Hold on. Whoa. We're not going to go to break just yet. I just saw the comment. Michigan coach needs to be fired. Here's the thing. I think Sherrone Moore is going to get fired. I'd be surprised if Sherrone Moore gets fired. I'd be as surprised if Sherrone Moore got fired as I would if Dabo Swinney got fired after this season. If he goes 6-6 or 7-5. Let's see how Michigan does in this bowl game that they have coming up. Anyways, yeah, you don't condone this kind of behavior, but then, in turn, when you kind of look towards the future, big impact do I think this impacts the University of Michigan, considering that there have been scandals that have followed Michigan, because there's the whole sign stealing, cheating, thing where Harbaugh has been. Dude, I don't care. Because sometimes when you look at the sign stealings of how Michigan played football that year, you couldn't stop the run game. It was that simple. Blake Corum was that good. Their offensive line was that good. And, people just don't want to admit it. And so, anyways, to get back to the point of hey, even if they did cheat or not, how much does this, with more out the door, how much does this leave a stain on the legacy of Michigan? I think short answer, it will. I think they would lose maybe a couple recruits, but I don't think this is something where we have seen bigger scandals in college football where everybody jumps in the portal, nobody stays. I don't think it'd be like that. I think something that might still stay consistent and the same is with how good that defense is. Now, Ohio State did tear them up, and Oklahoma beat them as well. There were a handful of games where their defense was not the best. They did figure out a scheme to beat Wink Martindale, but I still think Michigan's got one of the top O-lines in the country. They got a young talent in Bryce Underwood. I still think the team is talented enough where it kind of feels inappropriate to be like, well, they'll be fine, because I think this would shake and ruffle a few feathers for now. But this is the business of college football. We'll see where Michigan goes for a head coach. Hopefully all parties involved is, things get figured out the way they need to get figured out. I'm not gonna make a prediction on who would be the next Michigan head coach because I have no idea who it would be. We'll just see where Michigan's at. I think they're still probably one of the better teams in the Big Ten, but we'll just kind of see as things shift around this time with coaching change. Because the other thing too, there could be coaching change, but yeah, now so let's give it up for the new head interim, Biff Poggi. Hopefully he can figure it out. Which by the way, every morning I get a Biff